If I could only recommend one program to watch, it would have to be the television comedy known as Nathan For You, because not only did it surpass the brilliance of Rick and Morty, which I still see as the best animated show that's ever been made, Nathan For You rose to the heights of becoming my favourite series and, in my opinion, one of the greatest comedies in the history of television.
Alright, ready? Go!
Verde larga. Una verdecita.
Faster, go, 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 go.
But how does this particular show achieve that, and what makes Nathan For You so hilarious compared to many others who have tried so valiantly to produce just as much laughs? Well, there's really only one answer.
Nathan For You seems like a crazy production. Can you give our viewers a sense of what it's like behind the curtain?
Well, just the usual, like the moving of cameras.
Like grips,
stuff.
lighting,
Yes.
technical people.
Yes.
For those unaware of the show's premise, Nathan For You follows the exploits of the character Nathan Fielder as he attempts to aid small businesses and promote sales revenues for those that are struggling. But whilst this premise isn't necessarily new to the landscape of reality show television, Nathan For You creates an original twist on this idea because the suggestions Nathan provides use unconventional ways of thinking to create out-of-the-box solutions. And this leads me to the first aspect Nathan employs, which is the reimagining of the format.
I'm Anthony Napoli. Tonight, 10 women will gather in this house to vie for the heart of one man. Will they find love? Will they find their soulmate? I'm Anthony Napoli. This is The Hunk.
Nathan For You is a mockumentary and a subtle parody of reality television that lampoons the common tropes of such a style and those individuals that the series follows. This is also done in a way where Nathan isn't being mean-spirited with his jokes that are at the expense of others, but rather that the focus of the show's comedy is to simply make everything feel so authentic by examining actual situations that play out with real people being affected and that have genuine consequences as a result.
Wow. I see what you mean. Okay.
Sir, clearly, I'm letting you know I do not hate Jews.
Okay.
And I'm sorry if I
Purely
came
to lose
under
weight.
the wrong pretenses to you.
If it's for weight loss and she explained it clearly like she did a few minutes ago, then I would accept it.
Unlike shows that follow a sitcom format, Nathan For You also doesn't lend itself to overused tropes to conjure up cheap laughs, the most noticeable of these being the commonly employed laugh track.
Excuse me. Are you currently involved in a sexual relationship?
No.
Would you like to be?
Sure, why not? Sheldon?
Yip, 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 yip. Can I have your phone number?
This is just lazy filmmaking and is one aspect that Nathan For You restrains itself from by instead focusing on the comedy that comes from within the characters and not only formulated punchlines and cheesy one-liners. Because the format of the show allows Nathan For You the element of the unexpected, which also gives Nathan the opportunity to respond with improvised moments, adding to the strength of comedy that inherently comes from real reactions from real people.
Why does it help you if you drink your grandson's pee?
That's what they say, yeah.
Who says that?
My grandma.
Your
Long
grandma
time
said
ago, yeah.
you drink your grandson's pee if you get scared.
Not grandsons, any little kid.
But when it comes to the style of a traditional sitcom, I often see how the target the writers aim to hit is to simply insert as many jokes per minute without any real attention to care of how they're being delivered. And I'm not saying that any of these shows aren't funny, because indeed they all have their moments. But let's watch that scene again from The Big Bang Theory, and this time have the laugh track removed, so we can examine the difference between the two and gauge the effectiveness of the jokes being presented.
Excuse me. Are you currently involved in a sexual relationship?
No.
Would you like to be?
Sure, why not? Sheldon?
Yip, 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 yip. Can I have your phone number?
Notice how different the impact of the jokes feel, and why those gaps or silences appear to be more awkward? This is one of the reasons that the laugh track is often employed, as it helps cover any punchlines that might fall flat, by increasing the chances that the audience will laugh, since people have higher tendencies to do so when they hear the sound of laughter coming from others. But it only goes to show that these jokes are like the hits of a boxer, who's using a flurry of mindless punches and hoping that one will eventually land, instead of saving them for calculated and purposeful knockout blows. Which is why I raise my issue with how the show is being formatted, because I'm not quarrelling with what is being said, though that isn't saying I find the dialogue funny, but what I do have a problem with is how these jokes are coming in at a timed and steady pace, and relying on the laugh track to confirm that their punchlines are funny, when without it, they don't necessarily work as well. This goes to the second aspect Nathan For You employs, with the understanding of timing, because the show will often place Nathan in situations that will either become quickly awkward, or where he will use his character's persona to make a moment hilariously cringeworthy to watch.
Tell me your deepest, darkest secret.
I don't like wearing socks.
Why that scene works is because of the show's awareness for timing, which is also reflected in Nathan himself, as he not only knows how to improvise a reaction to a situation, but more importantly understands when it is time to do so. And one of the best examples of this comes from another episode in which Nathan steps in to help the chemistry of two actors, trying to recreate what should be a powerfully emotional moment.
Again.
I love you.
Again.
I love you.
Again.
I love you.
Again.
I love you.
No matter how many times I see that clip, I still have no clue at what point Nathan is willing to keep going with that scene, and how long he's going to hold those pauses together. But this is also just one part of the whole episode, as it was about increasing the number of people that visited a small bar by giving the right for customers to smoke inside, which Nathan could only legally do so if he convinced the law that those that came were part of a real-life theatrical art piece. Which leads me to the third and probably best aspect of Nathan For You, the originality of the concepts. Because the show will tackle everything from staging a viral video of a pig rescuing a goat in order to simply bring attention to a small petting zoo, to even creating a whole episode that will reassure customers that the provided rates that they are getting from an auto repair shop are honest and fair by hooking up the mechanic to a lie detector as they give them their quotes. It is this style of original thinking that works not only just from the reactions that provide for some great laughs, but also because the ideas aren't necessarily that far from the truth of being a genuine solution, even if at times this might not always seem the case.
So one maid takes 4 hours, 2 maids takes 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
By that logic, 40 maids could clean a house in 6 minutes.
Yes.
Nathan For You is the ultimate realization of those seemingly stupid concepts that have enough backing to be plausible, but are focused on entirely being innovative and, more importantly, hilarious. Which is why I believe Nathan Fielder has mastered the art of laughter, as his brand of humor is a combination of everything that makes a great comedy, from the unique format of his show to the awareness of how to deliver jokes and the wonderfully creative concepts that are used.
And was the television for you or was it for someone else?
It would have been for me.
Then how would you explain this footage? What you'll be doing is going to Best Buy and using this flyer to price match and get a TV for $1. How do you explain that?
So if you're looking for what's currently the funniest show to watch, then look no more and enjoy the genius that is Nathan For You, because there are numerous examples and takeaway lessons for those wanting to view what makes a great comedy, but also gaining the knowledge and, more importantly, the appreciation for the art of laughter.
You have to go now. You have to go. I'm casting you out. You have to go. You have to go. Leave now. Leave now. Leave now.
Okay.
Leave.
Stop it.
Leave.
Stop it.
Leave. Go now and don't ever come back. Take a deep breath 3 times, please.
You didn't hurt her or anything, right?
No.
Okay. Because she looks like she's almost dead.